president is getting ready to deliver a big speech in Iraq this week. Here's what he had to say in his weekly address this weekend.
After more than 7 years, the United States of America will end its combat mission in Iraq and take an important step forward in responsibly ending the Iraq War. As a candidate for this office, I pledged I would end this war. As president, that's what I'm doing.
This is certainly a touchy situation as the violence in Iraq has increased this week. So what will he need to tell the American people in that primetime speech from the Oval Office on Tuesday? Here for a fair and balanced debate, Deneen Borelli, Fox News contributor and senior fellow with the Project 21. Doug Schoen, Fox News contributor and former pollster for President Bill Clinton. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Doug, this is interesting, considering the uptick in violence, concerning the unstable situation in Iraq, considering that he opposed the surge, which did succeed. Why give this speech? Why now?
Well, I think he's giving it because there's at least perceived political advantage for giving a speech when the troops are leaving. The but is more important, I think. The country's not stabilized politically, it's not stabilized economically, and it's clear that terrorism is now, at least in the short term, on the rise and not on the decline. So the president has to speak to all of those issues other than just taking credit for bringing the troops out.
Maybe a cynical question, Deneen, but could this be, considering the timing of it, just an attempt to shift the focus away from the dreadful economic news that this country faces week after week, especially in the wake of what we saw last week?
All right. Well, first of all, our military personnel are amazing. They're an amazing example of honor and courage. I think this is political. I think Obama is using this situation to really take the issue off of what the economy is doing, his free fall in poll numbers. What else is there for him to talk about except to try to wrap himself in the American flag behind the military?
Well, he's not doing it at a base. He is at Fort Bliss on Tuesday, elected to give this speech in the Oval Office. But I'm curious how he plays the credit. This will be politicized. He opposed the surge. It was the Bush administration that theoretically won this war. So what does he say in giving credit?
I can give him some free advice that I am virtually certain he won't take. and that advice is simple. Look, we are all Americans. Deneen is right. We want to praise the troops. The troops are not Democrats or Republicans.
We all agree on this.
We all agree on that. So give President Bush credit for the surge as part and parcel of recognizing that this is an achievement, an American achievement.
He won't do that, though.
Well, that's why it's the free advice he won't take, because I don't think he'll do it, but I think good leadership is to recognize where we agree, where we've achieved together, and where we disagree.
He certainly will thank the troops, honor the troops, their sacrifice, their families. Will he then shift that credit to General Petraeus, who is now his guy in Afghanistan?
Well, that remains to be seen. We don't know. But again, he's taking the focus off of what is not working here in America. And, you know, thank God for our troops. I was at the Glenn Beck event yesterday. Honor, duty, courage, restoring honor. This is what America needs. Americans don't trust CEOs. They don't trust Wall Street. They don't trust our politicians. Perhaps, who else do we have to look to but the military?
Perhaps the theme of the speech on Tuesday. Deneen Borelli, Doug Schoen, we appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Thank you both. Coming up.